2015-72, State of Arkansas versus Bobby Morris. This is down today for, let me see. It was originally scheduled, he entered a plea of not guilty on April 2nd in front of Judge Putman, and it was set over till April 23rd on my docket and then moved to today's date to get on a scheduling order for this court. The court will set it down for trial November 9th, pre-trial September 24th, and August 27th as a reappearance date. We'll set it by scheduling order for those dates. Is there anything else to be taken up at this time?
No, Your Honor. There is he is currently serving a parole violation, which will not be up until June the 4th. I believe that is the next date this court is back here, so we may ask that he be brought back on that date.
All right.
Thank
That's
you, Judge.
fine. If you want me to order it at this time?
Yes, Judge.
All right. We'll put him down to reappear on, Mr. Morris, by a separate order to reappear on June 4th. 2015-76, State of Arkansas versus John McGrew.
Your Honor, he has filled out an affidavit. Looking at it, I believe the court has already appointed us to represent. I see that the court
I've got a whole file of those that I've signed off on, so I'll appear. But there's some that I didn't get done, so just from time point of view.
Looks like Judge Putman may have already have accomplished that, Judge.
Okay, good. All right. He entered a plea of not guilty in front of Judge Putman and was set off till April reappearance date, and then that was moved to today's date. So he's appearing for purposes of getting on scheduling order with this court. The court is going to enter a scheduling order that sets the case for November 9th, pretrial September 24th, reappearance August 27th, and there'll be a written scheduling order that have all those dates entered in this case, as well as other dates. At this time, is there anything else to be brought before the court? Bond appears to be at $20,000.
Your Honor, this is obviously a very new case to our office. Bond at $20,000. Your Honor, I did not discuss with Mr. McGrew yesterday where he would live if he was released and his bond was reduced. With the court's permission, I would just like to ask him where he would live if his bond is reduced. Can you hear me, John?
Yes, I can. I'd live at 875 North Arkansas.
I can't hear him either.
875 County Road 1, Norfolk, Arkansas, at my mother's house.
And how long has your mother lived at that house?
Over almost 2 years.
And are you willing to go to that house if your bond is reduced and stay there?
Yes, and I also have been accepted to the Corps for rehab, if it was possible to get on probation or something like that.
But we're not talking about probation today, Judge, not yet anyway. We're just talking about a bond that he can make so that he can possibly go to the Corps.
Okay.
Well, the court's concern, based on the charges, would be that one of the allegations has to do with exposing a child to controlled substances, and that I wouldn't want the defendant going back into the same residence where that charge was. But there's nothing in the information or a quick reading of the affidavit that tells me where this well, this is. Yes, it does. It was on a search warrant here in Mountain Home, so that would appear to be a different residence. What says the state?
Your Honor, our concern is the same one the court has raised. This involves a very young child, at the time was 13 months old, and that the drugs, according to the search warrant, were actually found in that location. We'd have some concern about him being around that child. An appropriate bond reduction is probably not out of the line, but any contact with that child or that child's living space would not be appropriate, Your Honor.
Court's going to set the bond at $10,000 conditioned upon the defendant not residing at the residence that's listed here in Mountain Home on the affidavit, and provide that he's not to be in proximity with that child while he's out on bond. So that'll be the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.